Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. Today, what I'm going to be doing is something that I haven't done in a while, and I'm going to be just playing Conan Exiles for some fun. Now, obviously, as you can see, this is kind of like from my last video where I left off, where I did some building and some adjusting and getting some thralls set up and all that. And so my plan is I'm going to go and do the Wine Cellar Dungeon. I've got my Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker with me. I've got some armor, got some food, I think, to my knowledge. And as you can see, we've got a bit of lag right here. So it is, I'm just going to go and farm the dungeon and kind of chat about some stuff that I suppose it's important to me and probably important to the channel as well, because there are those that do like Ark and stuff like that. So this is what I've got right here. This is a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, named her Joe, because hey, why not? So that's what she's packing, nothing too special. And I'm going to go into Sepamaru and just go into the Wine Cellar Dungeon. Try not to get killed by the bosses, try not to make any stupid mistakes. It's been a while since I've been in there. But yeah, these are her perks and stats and all that. So nothing too crazy on the thrall, nothing too crazy on myself. I'm packing the what's it called? The Silent Legion armor set, and I've got a sword that should do decent damage. And so that's kind of it. Now, one of the things I wanted to cover in this video and kind of talk about is Ark, because hey, why not? You know, Ark is a thing on the channel. This is one of the contents that I am kind of known for and I kind of focus on. And obviously, to be more specific, I'm going to kind of go on about Genesis. Now, obviously, Genesis was meant to be released in December. I have been very eager to play it, and I waited and waited and waited, and then eventually ended up Googling to see what's happened, why it's not been released. You know, we're more or less halfway through December. Turns out it's now been pushed back to mid to late January. By that, probably February, who knows. But it's one of those things like Wildcard does not seem to be able to actually follow through with their release dates. Now, what bothers me slightly is the fact that I did pre-order the game. I guess I kind of would have liked to have played it, but in all fairness, I don't mind it coming out late. I just wish they would not muck about with these dates and not give a date or something like that and then not follow it through. They're very infamous for that, so it kind of bugs me that they did that, because I was looking forward to it. I was hyped, but I get it, you know, the game's still not finished and there's still stuff that they need to sort out. And you know, I'm definitely one of the people that will advocate or stand for quality over quantity. You know, I do want the game to be good. With that being said and done, though, to be fairly honest, I'm glad that that's a thing, because that kind of would have messed up everything. I still haven't gotten around to fixing my server, the one that has been hit by... I mean, my friend Mike has managed to fix 2 of the servers, but not the... what was it called? Ragnarok server. So that one's still messed up in regards to the S Plus stuff. That's where I have all of my amazing creatures and all of my hard work and all that. So, obviously, I'm going to have to find a couple of days and try and build from ground up. Now, there is a thought that I've got, and maybe, I mean, now Volguero is working. All of the S Plus on it seems to be fixed. So, there is a possibility of just moving all my creatures to Volguero. And I do like and dislike Volguero at the same time. What I don't like about Volguero is the fact that it was a map that was meant to have more or less all of the creatures of Ark in it, and it's only got, I would say, somewhere around half of the creatures it was meant to have. So griffins aren't on there. There are wyverns, but there's only fire and ice wyverns. Yeah, that's it. There aren't any poison wyverns or any other breeds of wyverns, which kind of annoys me. You know, then you've got the whole aberration biome, which only has a fraction of what it should. So there's no reapers in there. There's no drakes. There's no rock drake. It's one of those things. Now, of course, there's a mod that can do that, but I don't know. I might end up putting the mod on that server and then moving to Volguero. That's totally an option. And I think the other thing that kind of bugs me is the water biome. Now, I personally like the water biomes on the Ragnarok server. I think the Valguero servers, or the map as such, is not that great, to be fairly honest. So I'll have to think about it. I don't really want to spend too much time having to build another base, especially to the size that I had it before. Equally speaking, I don't want to lose all of my dinos that I've bred for mutations, and I do have an army of mean Rexes, so that's one of the things I don't want to end up losing. It's just, I don't even know. I'll have to have a look. So I have to decide where I'm going to go with it. I don't think Ragnarok's going to get fixed. I mean, what map would you guys go for? What? Yeah, it's a map, so let's call it a map. What map would you go for? I like bits of Valguero, but I feel like it's lacking a couple of things, whereas Ragnarok has a lot more going for it in terms of diversity of creatures, as well as I suppose biomes and what you can get. Like the underwater biome is absolutely amazing. It's dangerous as heck as well. I don't know. I mean, it's also a giant map as well, so that's another plus for me. So I probably might end up keeping Valguero and maybe set up a mod on it that has all of the aberration creatures. So at the moment I'm just chilling. I'm trying to kind of just get some rest because of these last days I've been working like crazy. You know, I have to go to a full-time job, then I have to come back home, probably end up until like 3 a.m. working on getting footage for videos and all that stuff. So I kind of forgot what it's like to actually play the games, and this is what I'm kind of doing. I'm going to end up slicing and chopping up the video because this dungeon is roughly about 40 minutes long. I don't think people want to watch a 40-minute video necessarily, so I'm going to try and get it to maybe around 20 minutes. Maybe just focus on the bosses and just kind of chat to you guys about some of my thoughts. Now, I still want to go on with Raid Shadow Legends, but again, Raid Shadow Legends is a bit of a grindy game. It's a lot of work, constant work on it, and I mean, I suppose the good thing about Raid Shadow Legends is the fact that I can actually have it with me at all times and kind of play on it at all times. I'm still working on that theory with regards to the shard opening, and I don't know what happened with the boss. Oh, hey. What are you doing down there? So is this a way to break you or something? Oh, well. It doesn't seem to be hitting me. I don't want to get hit by this guy because he will hit like a truck and it's going to hurt. And he's got the hammer, which also does a stagger and stun, and time for me to go. I don't really want to be around there for when he starts swinging that thing. Also, what I'm getting out of the dungeon while I'm here, I'm going to pick up all of the Kahari steel and all of the placeables. I do need some more. I did consume quite a few of them to set up that marketplace in the fort that I'm working on. Okay, so we're going to go this way. I'm also looking for all the chests that have the Kahari steel as well. So again, it's one of those things that will take a long time. So probably this dungeon would be somewhere around 40-50 minutes long. It's going to take me that much longer because I'm actually looking for the little chests that have the fragments of power and the Kahari steel. So I'm going to try and kite this guy out here because I can move around a bit more. And hopefully my thrall will not aggro on something stupid underneath the ground, which it's been doing quite a lot. Also, just wanted to point out that I actually noticed that if by some magical coincidence you manage to take out the blue skeletons before the normal skeletons spawn out of the ground, the normal skeletons just go back underground. So that seems to be a trigger for the skeletons that normally pop out of the ground in this map, in this dungeon. I don't really agree with it. I think they should trigger when you get close to them. But, you know, that does mess up the Thrall's AI in the sense that the Thrall just wants to swing at them, despite the fact that I cannot hit them because they are underground. So, just a little thought, a little side note here with regards to this dungeon. Now, this is a dungeon that I do like for its difficulty. And there are several bosses that kind of make me be wary. Now, the final boss, he's difficult. but not that bad unless you make some serious mistakes. However, the bosses leading up to the final boss, the demon boss, he's or those bosses actually, those are what hit really hard. So that's where I need to be the most careful. Now I've been farming this, to be fairly honest, off camera quite a bit. So I've gathered quite a decent amount of Kahari steel. Not necessarily for the fact that I'll be using the armor. I'm going to try and stick to the Silent Legion armor set. I do like it, and it is quite useful still in the game. The other thing that I was going to go on about is the fact that I know I said I would have merch set up on the channel. Again, I've been that busy that I've not got around to actually doing that. Now, that would have been totally a thing that would have been done if I did not meet any complications. However, you know, in life, things don't always go as you plan them. Oh, dude, he staggered me, so that's not good for me. Time to get out of here before he hits me again, because he'll kill me. There we go. I'll just let my thrall deal with that. But I will be working on the merch. The problem is the way my logos are designed, it means I have to go back into Photoshop and just crop out the logos and the banner, because both of those are things that I want to put on the merch. So I do want the Sethum written in flames, but the problem is, whilst it's on black background, the black that T3, I believe that's the website, what it's called, offers is actually a different contrast of black, so it's slightly lighter, and you can see the darker background on mine. So that means I have to crop out all the flames. That's going to take a heck of a lot of time to work that out and give it a clear background. So I'll be working on that at some point, and then obviously the S logo also needs to be worked on, because again, the red is a different shade of red than what that site offers. It doesn't have a very vast range of colors, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. It's just I'll have to do something and work on it. Now the next boss here, this guy is the one that makes me be very wary. There are a couple of elements into play. There's the fog that makes them difficult to spot. There are spots where you can get stuck, which makes them difficult, and he only needs to hit you twice to actually kill you, or in this case me. As you can see, I'm not rocking any bonuses or anything. I don't think it's necessarily needed. It's a lot of work and grinding to get the consumables that give you those bonuses, and I kind of try and like to do it without them if at all possible. Oh, that was a miss. Oh, still got his attention. That's fine. So this is one of the guys that triggers the skeletons, but because he's all the way there for some odd reason, he's not going to trigger the skeletons. So where I went before, normally you should have skeletons popping out of the ground, but they don't want to pop out because he's not there to trigger them. And you just got to see what I was on about. Now, see if I can see what's going on. So it's the fog over here that makes it really difficult. This is one of those fights that's going to be quite dark. You're going to end up snagging onto all sorts of things. I'm going to need to be careful. I do not want to get hit by this guy. Oh, time to go. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. I need to get out. There we go. Right, now I can just kind of kite him around and let my thrall deal with him. Now, it's amazing how powerful the Sword of Crom is once again in the thrall's hands. I'm happy that that's been fixed. Let's see right here. So I'm looking for anything that I can get with regards to placeables. I should probably put out my torch because that would help a lot. There we go. Trying to find all the stuff that I killed and see if I can do anything. So I kind of got stuck around here in between the boss and that bridge thing. So that's one of the things. This is where I always get stuck for some odd reason. Yeah, so it's kind of easy to get stuck. And once you are caught between this and the boss, it's difficult to get out. He only needs to hit you twice. So now, last time I was here, there was quite a few of these chests. Oh, there are still quite a few. Let's put this on. And I'll pick these up. So far I'm getting fragments. I don't really need the fragments all that much, but I'll take them. I'll stockpile them, and who knows, I might need them for something later on. Anyways, when the DLC comes out for Ark, I will be covering that. I cannot wait to see what the game has to offer. Wildcard, Studio Wildcard to be more precise, has done a good job of not actually giving out too much information, so I am quite keen to see what that DLC will have to offer. The other thing I wanted to say is, I know I've not been doing too many, or I've kind of stopped doing the playthroughs for Raid Shadow Legends, but at the same time, it's not that I've stopped. I've just thought, you know, it's kind of the same video over and over again, so I'm going to try and continue with that playthrough series, but kind of leave a bit more of a gap between them so that I do also have time to actually make some visible progress in the game and kind of show people how things progress and how I progress. I'm doing alright. I've got several champions now to work with, so that's fine. I've got a arena team that I can build up and stuff like that. And I'm currently saving up shards again for another pull, and we're going to be testing out my theory continuously and trying to improve on that. So I now need to kite this guy. I don't want him getting stuck in the fights that we are going to have with the next boss. This is another boss that kind of creeps me out just because of where he is located, and when he comes out, he does have a great range on his attacks. And as all bosses, he hits pretty darn hard, and there's not really a lot of space to avoid his attack, especially since the roll has been changed, or the dodging mechanics have been changed, so I don't want to be fighting that or messing that up. So he's right here. I've aggroed something, so I'm waiting to be hit by something, and then hopefully my thrall will aggro. Oh, there we go. Go on. Go on, Thrallsy. I want the thrall to catch them in the gate or in the doorway. That way they can't get past him. And she should be able to very easily cope with the damage. Now, going back to Raid Shadow Legends, that is a game that will stay on the channel. But I realized that most of the episodes kind of looked the exact same as the other ones. You know, I mean, it is a very grindy game. You're doing the same thing over and over again until you get another 6-star champion and all that. Currently, I'm working on a third 6-star champion. Been using Elaine to farm the campaign, but she's not very consistent. She's good, she can do it, but she's not consistent. So I'm thinking that I'll be leveling up Bellower. And once I finish with Bellower, I'll probably look at leveling up Valkyrie and Alton. Both our defense champions are quite useful together. They do buff up that defense like nothing else. So, we are now on the final boss of this dungeon. I am going to spawn him in. And I've got my poison arrows ready to go. And we'll see how this works out. With the Sword of Crom, that should work nicely. And we're kind of missing right here. Whoop, hey, where are you going, Thrallsy? Oh dear. Oh, he hits hard now. He hits pretty decent hard. You know, yeah, that's a decent swing. So I'm guessing his damage will increase. And notice that the poison arrows aren't actually applying poison to it. This is one of the things I said or commented about when the dungeon was first out. That seems to have changed. Very, very, very interesting. I mean, the thrall's doing a decent amount of damage on him, but there's kind of... Oh dear. Too slow on that. Luckily it doesn't do that much damage in this first phase. I find it easier to avoid these if I just run around in a circle, because I'm always on the move, and just kind of keep that momentum going. So there's not really much I can do, but yeah. I am crippling him, but I'm not actually applying any poisons. Very, very, very interesting. Whoa. Now this is where things get a bit hairy. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Excuse me. Ooh, gotta get out there. Good, good, good. Alright, so what's following me? My thrall should be able to deal with the boss as long as she doesn't aggro on these guys. I'm going to try and take them out if I can. Whoop. So they do stagger you if there's more than one or two. So gotta be careful. I'm trying to... Oh, we're getting some more. Oh, I'm in between them. He's gonna start going on to the next phase. I need to get out. Oh, need to roll out. There we go. Oh. Oh, time to go. Oh dear, I pressed the wrong key. I pressed the Windows key. This is gonna cost. That's it. I'm dead. There's no way out of here. Oh. And that was my mistake for not paying attention. I mean, I would have had this boss. He's nearly dead. I'm gonna try and leave the screen on for a bit. Maybe my thrall can take her out. Okay, so I'm back again. My thrall's already dealt with the boss, as I kind of hoped she would. I've looted him. Nothing interesting, but that was a silly, stupid mistake. If I would have just kept running in a circle and let my thrall deal with it, I should have been able to defeat the boss, but I thought I'd try something else out, which I did, and didn't end up working too well for me. And I could have got out of that, but I did press the Windows key accidentally, and this game is not very good at recovering from the Alt tabs or Windows keys, so that's kind of what cost me the fight. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I just thought I'd share some stuff with you guys, and you know what I'm going to be working on for the foreseeable future. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. Now, some people have also asked me to do a bit of a building series with regards to the fort and castle that I'm working on. If you guys want to see stuff like that and you're still watching, let me know down below. I can certainly do that. That is actually an ongoing project. I just haven't recorded it. And if people want to see stuff like that, I'm more than happy to make videos for that sort of content. With that being said and done, I'm going to end the video here. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.